Oh, it looks like we are live. All
Hey,
right, guys. All right, guys. So we are back for a second installment of JA Movie News. We're talking about mostly movie news, might dabble in little other things, but mostly movie-related topics. Stuff that's fresh and hot off the stove. One of those topics is going to be about Transformers 5. Despite the fact that Michael Bay said that he wasn't going to do another one, he lied. Uh,
man, stick to them turtles, bruh. Stick to them turtles. You're
Michael
good at it.
Bay Michael Bay has confirmed that he will return to direct the fifth installment of Transformers franchise for Paramount. Um, Sam, what was your reaction?
Man, I think we had a brief conversation about this. Is that to me, the first Transformers will always be the best Transformers, and to me, the only good Transformers. I think that the second one with those little mini bots and just the dialogue and stuff like that was so corny and cheesy. I did not like it at all. I did like
Yeah.
the third one and just like the attack of the whole city and like the desperation that they really had. But I was thinking to myself, I was like, they're gonna go into like Unicron and like a global scope to actually have like him instead of being like Sam Witwicky, him to be Spike, and then take place with his children and stuff like that. They don't do that. Instead, the next one is with Mark Wahlberg, and even though that made the most money, it was not that good to me. And I can't believe honestly that he's gonna try to do another one personally versus trying to pass on the torch or do something totally different. I think the thing is that Jor-El, that they're making all this money
Mhm.
and they're gonna try to milk it as much as they can. Case in point, the Paranormal Activity movies, like they are raping that
Oh,
franchise of
oh,
the essence of what made it. I think the last one, it was literally you actually see the ghosts, which
mhm.
defeats the whole purpose of Paranormal Activity. Um, so I
Right,
think that's what they're doing with Transformers. Unfortunately, Mattel is like rape them, basically.
bruh. Hold on 1 second. I got to sign back in again. But he's full of shit. Like bruh. I just can't. First off, Transformers One, I actually enjoyed. I mean, I'm not saying it's like fucking Godfather or some shit, but I enjoyed it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I'd probably give it like 7 or 8 out of 10. 1 to 2. I never really thought that deeply about it because uh, fucking the second one all the way to the fourth one are some of the worst, some of the worst goddamn movies I think I've ever witnessed. Seriously, like I describe those movies all the time as like sensory overload, but like not in a. It's not meant to be a compliment. Like it just feels like every 5 seconds, shit's just exploding, and there's just underage chicks in like the tightest clothes imaginable, and it's just nah, man, nah.
yeah.
Why? The
It's
fourth, the fourth movie. I'm gonna get into a little bit of spoilers about the fourth movie. So if you don't want to, earmuffs for a second, here. When I remove my hand, um, you know what? Fuck it. All right. You don't want spoilers. Just leave for a second, come back when this isn't live. But seriously, Age of what was the fourth one?
what is
Age
it?
of,
Annihilation with the dinosaurs?
I can't fucking remember. But the one with the
Extinction.
dinosaurs. But
Extinction. Extinction. That's what.
the part that killed me was the runtime. Like I just wanted to like kill myself, and then like at the end of the movie when Optimus Prime is like he says some he always ends with a monologue, and he's always late for some dumbass reason, but he flies. He flown since what was the first movie, like 2007. This nigga ain't flown now one time, at least not across. He flew from Earth to another galaxy, literally. He was just like, oh, I have important things to do. I'll be back, and all of a sudden he can just fly to another galaxy.
Yeah, I mean they don't direct the character as what he's credited to. Like I mean, they got the voice on point. They got the voice is just fine. The problem is the execution of these amazing characters that deserve better. I mean, to be quite honest, the only thing that I liked about that movie was I think Stanley Tucci. He was the only thing that I liked about that movie because I actually liked this character. Like I was thinking this is gonna be the main bad guy and everything, and he wasn't. He was like one of the most coolest characters. And everybody else, I was like, I don't care about these terrible teenagers, and this dude is this stunt car driver, and then like Mark Wahlberg is this. I mean, I would have benefited from them waiting 6 more years and showing like everything literally in the future, and just showing me what is the scope of everything so the Transformers are here, you know. But they didn't make sense, bro. They just wanted to make some money, to be quite honest.
It's some bullshit, man. How's Michael Bay? What's he gonna do next? I think the only thing he could do next is if like all the main characters are female, so they could all be underage, wearing ultra tight clothes, and then
be outside.
if he blows up the planet, I think that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna blow up the planet. All the main characters are gonna be racially probably the same and underage with tight clothes. That's what I think he's gonna blow up the planet Earth. He's gonna blow up the moon. That's what he's doing. Transformers 5, people. Coming to you soon, live and direct.
And he's bringing back Megan Fox, y'all. Nah, I'm just playing. I don't know. I just said that.
But clearly, we both think this is a bad fucking idea. But who do you think would be a dream pick to make a new installment cinematically for Transformers? What do you think?
Christopher Nolan. Because I would not expect it. And I think that he would be the perfectionist of making these characters real. Not just comedic real, not just, you know, sarcastically real, just like giving me something that I did not expect. Like, I would never expect him to try to tackle something like that, but I think that something like that would be outside the box in such a scope that I'd be like, what is he going to do with these characters? I would love to see somebody like him do it, but it's going to be somebody dumb. It doesn't matter. It doesn't
Christopher Nolan Transformers. That would be. I don't even know, bruh. I don't even know what to say about that one. I mean, I can't say I wouldn't want to see it. All right, but that would just be. That'd be incredibly odd.
Yeah, because you would never see him doing something like that. But it's like just his raw talent of him taking up like a franchise like that. Like, I'd love to see what he would do with it. Like, I think that's why I'm interested to see him do it. It would spark my curiosity to see if he would make it golden, you know.
I think it's interesting because I know a lot of people, they sort of kind of shit on him when it comes to action. Like, there's a considerable amount of people who don't think that he's good at directing action, which I have some qualms with. But I gotta say, if I found out tomorrow that Christopher Nolan's gonna make a Transformers movie, bruh, I would be so bewildered and excited at the same time. Because all of his movies are very, like, he tries not to use CGI, so, like, I don't know how the fuck that would work. But that would be fascinating.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I'd be so curious, man.
I'm trying to think of who would be my dream choice for Transformers. Shit. I think... fuck, man. I think if he didn't write the scripts, I think Neil Blomkamp would be a hell of a choice.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Chappie was fucking terrible. But I love the other two films. And I think visually, even with Chappie and sonically, this dude has never missed a step. So I think Neil would be a hell of a choice for Transformers. I think he'd be fantastic. Yeah, I think I would go with him actually, Neil. Well, I gotta say, I would be curious to see what like someone like J.J. Abrams would do as well.
Oh gosh.
Because I think J.J. would. Yeah.
Wow. Now that sir.
Actually, I subtract my previous statement. I think J.J. Abrams would be the most fascinating choice for Transformers. Fuck it, he's done Star Wars, he's done Star Trek. Let the son bitch reboot Transformers, son. Bam. Because isn't Star Trek, that's with Paramount, right? Oh, I mean the Abrams movies. Isn't it?
um,
What? I mean, I know he's got
yeah,
the.
Star Trek I think was with Paramount, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
let that son of a bitch reboot Transformers. I'm telling you right now, that'd be a hell of a film. You know,
Yeah.
where are we at time wise? But I think JJ. I think JJ choice for sure. But see, damn it, I don't know if I should say that. All right, fuck it. My three choices. Three choices. Top one would be J.J. Abrams.
Okay.
I think Neil Blomkamp would be a great choice, and also what's his name? Who made Fury Road? George? Is it
George
George Miller?
Miller? Yeah.
Yeah, that would be interesting as well.
That would be nuts.
I think, ironically with the names, but I think that could be like some Frank Miller type shit if he made the Transformers.
I can see that.
So,
I can see that.
so that would be my three, but I'm gonna say J.J. Abrams because he's got the Midas touch. You know what I'm saying? But let's go into our second topic here, which has to deal with, if I can find it, the latest news coming from Daredevil season 2. So at the current time, some Netflix's Daredevil, to be specific, season 2. At the current time, some new pictures came online that I wanted to talk about. Did you want to bring up the main one that I wanted to talk about?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do that right now. And all right, here's the first one.
Oh, is that it right there?
Yeah, man.
All right. Well, since if the camera focuses on you when you speak, what are your thoughts first on this picture?
Yeah, so first off, I mean, just having John Bernthal as Frank Castle is amazing. The dude is a talent as far as an actor, and then his physical presence is shown. I mean, when he was the character Shane on The Walking Dead, like he was one of my favorite characters, but to have him up against Daredevil, the man without fear, and him actually get captured, my first question is, how in the world did this happen? Like, I mean, like, how did he honestly get him chained up? Did somebody else have him put in this situation, or did he really, do this, And then the second thing, I'm looking at it, he doesn't have the gun pointed to his head. So it's like he's tracking him, but he's not going with the intent to kill. If it's the Punisher, he's going to have that gun aimed at his head. And then the second thing, or the third thing is, why does he have a wrench in his hand? um,
Yeah, and Daredevil, he doesn't seem substantially injured. Nothing's ripped. I don't see like a bloody mouth or anything.
Nah, I think the back of his head is like a couple scars in his left temple, and then like a scar on his cheek. Maybe his nose might be broken, but besides that, he's. I mean, everybody else that's gone up against, Matt has been pretty messed up. So
Yeah, it makes me wonder also about. I don't know if you're a bit more comic book nerdy about this information, but like Punisher with hand-to-hand combat. Like I kind of is he known for good hand-to-hand combat? The Punisher?
yeah, so if you think of the perfect person to me that would be an awesome matchup against Batman from the DC universe, it would be the Punisher. Just because they're so different, like as far as their ideals. Like, Batman believes in not killing, but the Punisher does. And they're both strategic soldiers. Like, Punisher's going to use any kind of weapon at his disposal, but if he does have you in hand-to-hand combat, like, you're going to be messed up because he's going to use anything that's in his arsenal or around him to hurt you. And he's really excellent, actually, at hand-to-hand combat. So I don't know if they're going to make that into play or if they're going to make him more of a run-and-gun kind of person, more strategy savvy. But I'm pretty sure, I think one of the pictures I saw early on, it had him at, I want to bring this up real quick, because
Sure.
let me find it. It wasn't this picture, but this did interest me. Him being at a pawn shop like this, I'm assuming that he's picking up some weapons. So this might be his weapons handler. But I did see one like concept art. It showed his weapons locker, and there was so many weapons. I can't remember where I found it at. But it's gonna be a lot of gunplay in this one. That's gonna be insane.
Yeah, I think that was on John Bernthal's official maybe like Twitter page or something, or Instagram. It was one of the two, but it was super dope though. It
Yeah, I
was
think
just like a little shot
that's what
of
it
his
was.
face. Is that the picture you're looking for now?
No, no, I don't think I have it on me. But even with
Oh,
this picture right here, like you remember, I don't know if you know that he's got a friend that keeps he brings along with him for a lot of the stuff that's going on, and he's the kind of like the weapons handler. I'm not sure if this is the guy or if this is just somebody that he's using to export stuff. Because inside of this, to me, it looks like right in this area right here, it looks like some devices, some explosive devices. It's like something that he would be synchronizing.
oh my God! Yeah, I
So
didn't
why he's
even.
working with the guy, I don't
Yeah, I wasn't even paying attention to the bag on the counter. That was like the last thing I thought about, ironically.
know. But yeah, is there any other pictures you want to try to go through?
Let's go to the Electra one really quick.
Mm-mm-mm. Giggity. There we go.
Yeah, for some reason it's doing this weird thing. But what are your thoughts on Electra being in the series?
So Yoda Young, I mean, a brief backstory on her. Like she's a actual black belt martial artist, taekwondo expert, and the last film I saw her in was the G.I. Joe Regeneration, or I forget what the name of it was. Whatever the G.I. Joe 2 was, and she did a good job with her and Black Eye, and so I think that she's definitely got the looks. Um, I think it's gonna be really interesting to see how Matt deals with his relationship with Karen. I guess I'm assuming is gonna happen, and him being connected with this girl because you remember in the show they already alluded that he had met this girl already.
Did
A
they?
girl from Greece. Yeah, like when him and Foggy had a back, it was part of their like flashbacks when they were in college, where
Mhm.
Matt was dating this girl that was of Greek origin, or something to that nature, and it was basically directly talking about Elektra. So I'm not sure if they're gonna play on that or not, but it's gonna be interesting to see how her connection with Matt is gonna be. Like, is it she just gonna be trying to attack him, use him, date him? What's gonna happen? But I mean, definitely, I'm excited for her because she's fine.
Indeed, she is fine. I wish there was some more pictures. I'm curious about, because I'm not too knowledgeable about Electra, but I am curious about like what her costume or costumes are gonna look like, and
There's
and, and sort of how she's gonna wedge herself into the plot line.
Yeah, because
You
there's
know what I'm saying?
one, and I don't know if it was in the trailer. I think it was. There was one shot of her putting like the mask, well, not the mask, but like the covering over her lips, over her mouth, um, somewhere midway into the trailer. And I'm not sure if that was exclusive with the New York Comic Con or if that was the other one, but I did see that. I think that was a part of her costume. And I don't know if they actually showed the size that she normally uses, but either way, I'm pretty sure they will. Um, that's her weapon of choice.
Do you think they might go try to go some kind of love interest route with her character this
I,
season?
I feel like they have to, just because
Really?
it's got to be some kind of connection with her and Matt. Like it can't just be like she's this vigilante that's trying to do her own thing, and just happen to be Frank and her are vigilantes now in Matt's town. It's too much history between Elektra and Matt Murdock. Even if it's just kind of like them getting each other's way or like some melodrama that's going on, I think that she's at least going to find out who he is, or they're gonna have some kind of like clashing on a drama level. I don't think they're necessarily gonna date because they're playing on this whole thing about Karen and Matt being together. And that's one of the things I didn't necessarily like about the new pictures is this one. I was like,
Oh, that one.
yeah. I don't know, man. Like I could see Matt with Claire, but I feel like Karen should have ended up with Foggy. Like she led Foggy on way too much. I think the old woman that died even said, "Oh, you talking about Foggy?" Like, no, I'm talking about Matt. And so I didn't like Karen for that, to be honest.
Yeah, I was never too deep into her her character. To be honest, she was just sort of just there for me in season one. But I really hope they don't. I hope they don't do that. Oh yeah, I guess one other picture I want to touch upon was the one with him in the church. Is that from is that a season two picture?
So there's one with all of them in the church. This one,
Oh, the other one. I think
and
there's like candles.
then there's it's right here.
Yeah, that one's dope. No idea what's gonna happen in that picture, but I hope something murderous happens.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it would be perfect symmetry if, like, Frank Castle to draw Daredevil out, like he actually kidnaps, the priest that Matt Murdock knows. I think that'd be a good psychological twist,
Mhm.
for Daredevil. Not just that, we haven't necessarily seen who the real villain is gonna be. Like, is Bullseye gonna show up? Is Kingpin gonna show up? They've yet to show us who the actual villains is actually gonna be coming back up in this. So.
I kind of hope it's like a Daredevil versus Punisher. Bring it, son.
Yeah, I think it should be that, but it's got to be like a subtle kind of thing. Like I don't think you can just rush into it because it's going to be too soon. A lot of
Hmm.
people, and we talked about this a little bit, didn't necessarily like this costume. Me and Joe, we really liked it because I think it shows to me a variations of different costumes. Because his arm gauntlets are completely pitch black, and then his suit looks a lot more crimson than red. So I'm
Hmm.
thinking that he might have an alternate suit. I don't know. Y'all let us know in the comment section if y'all think he's got multiple costumes this time around or not. But I'm excited, dude. Like just all around.
Yeah, dude, I am excited. One more thing that I wanted to get into, since we're getting around the 20-minute mark, I do want to touch upon the release date for season two. Apparently, it's going to debut March 25th, March 25th of this year against Batman vs Superman.
Yep.
And
Same day.
all I gotta say is, if that's the date that they're sticking to, I'm a happy man. I'm like, shit, bruh.
I think.
I'm gonna be binge watching that in straight 2 days, son.
Yeah. I mean, I think that some people they have a problem with it because they feel like, okay, why would Marvel do that? But it's like when Jessica Jones came out, there were a couple awesome movies that came out at the same time. I still went to watch those movies and I still binge watched Jessica Jones. Like I think people think that, all right, well, if you got one Marvel thing and then you got one DC thing, it's gonna deflate stuff. I think it's gonna actually help both franchises because everybody's gonna be like, oh wow, the superheroes are back. Like you can go home at nighttime and binge watch Daredevil, and you can
Hmm.
go and watch Batman and freaking Superman for the first time together
Hmm.
in a movie. So I think that it's gonna benefit both franchises. What I'm gonna do personally is I'm gonna watch Batman vs Superman that Thursday, that Friday, and that Saturday, and then that Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, I'm gonna be watching Daredevil.
Bruh, whatever the earliest screening of Batman vs Superman, that's what I'm gonna see. That's what I'm gonna review, and I'm just binge watching uh, Daredevil before Monday comes. So that's it.
Yep. Yep.
Shit. Shout out. And you know what? These people, they're like, Marvel vs. DC. Just take it both, okay? Take both pleasures. I said it. I said it. All right? Take it.
Yeah, I mean, this is not like you're cheating on your girlfriend. You have two girlfriends, and it's not a
Yeah.
problem. Like,
This, this is a menage a trois going down. It's back to back. All right? Take the love. That's all. That's all I got to say on that topic. I do before we close out. I do want to us to give some short thoughts on apparently. On the CW, they're going to debut a brand new trailer from Suicide Squad coming January 19th, and they're going to debut a sneak peek at Wonder Woman, apparently.
Mm-hmm. I mean, y'all, I don't know if y'all have seen my channel or not, but most channels, me and Joe, we review Flash and Arrow, Supergirl, and Gotham. And what they're planning on trying to do is with all these DC shows, they're going to have like specific different trailers that account for each character. So there's going to be one for Wonder Woman. There's going to be one for Batman specifically, a trailer just dedicated to Batman. There's going to be one for Superman. I'm thinking that the one for Superman is probably going to be with the Supergirl. Even when they actually showed like the snippet of something else, they said come January 19th we're going to have certain things that are coming, and I can't wait to see what's going to come from it. Because I love these shows, you know what I'm saying? Like just having them have the support of Warner Brothers and at the same exact time having their own separate universe, I think it's a great thing to do. It's a great time to be a geek in general, or just fans of these characters. So the Wonder Woman trailer, I don't know if they should do it though, to be quite honest. I feel like they need to keep her a secret because not that they're revealing too much, but given that they only have 3 more months, just keep her, you know, as is. Like, what is her real role? Like, you got her coming out with a brand new movie. I think that they could use her as their real trump card to me. I think that if she picks up well with the female demographic, and she's actually a strong character, she does great acting, and that's going to frontline them into the new movie that's coming out next year. But if they show us too much too soon, it'll take away from the effect of her being in the character. This is kind of like, the way I can describe it is like, if I knew that Rey was going to be as deep a character ahead of time, I don't think it would have meant as much to me if I had been spoiled with that ahead of time. And I think they'd have the opportunity of doing that. But we'll see.
What is Wonder Woman like a 2017 film?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, they're saying that the CW. Let's see here. CW yesterday they'll be airing 2 new superhero-centric specials on January 19th. The first is DC's Legends of Tomorrow. Their time is now, airing 9 to 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. Blah 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 blah. I mean, I don't know, man. The sneak peek with Wonder Woman, like, it's kind of. Do you actually think it's gonna be like a teaser trailer? Is that what you think it's gonna be?
I think it's gonna be a trailer for Batman vs Superman, but just showing like an actual sequence with her, like a first real sequence with her, maybe with actual dialogue. Because to be honest, like we've not heard her say anything in any of the trailers, and I like that. It's scary, but I like it because it adds mystery to her character. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I gotta show you something. Hold on one second.
All right. Just trying to confirm some of this info. And
y'all collectors out there, check this out.
Yeah, let me here talk about it for a second.
So this is an exclusive DC Universe version of Batman vs Superman collectible of Ben Affleck's version of Batman, the exclusive one. Now, the collectibles have just come out this last week, and they're dropping like hotcakes. So any of y'all that love the Funko, all those sold out generally everywhere. So people are collecting these, kind of like they did with Star Wars. And if you're a collector, I really feel like they're going to be worth value at some point. I'm not getting this to open it up and play with it. I'm getting it to collect it, and it's going to be worth something at some point. But what they're saying, I even saw this one there. The rest of these were sold out. The only one was left was just this Batman one. I was thinking about picking it up, but it's like $19.99. But the prices are going to go up. I can promise you that. But that's just for any of y'all collectors out there of the new franchise. There's going to be a lot more merchandise coming out, but the exclusive stuff is coming out now.
All right, and I just want to read something here. So it looks like on the 19th there will be a half-hour special called DC Films Presents Dawn of the Justice League from
Yep.
9:30 to 10 p.m. This special is hosted by Kevin Smith. That's the dude right there. Clerks and shit. And it looks like they're saying here this is where viewers will get behind-the-scenes looks at some DC films, BVS heavily more than likely, but then that's when we should expect the first trailer for Suicide Squad, and then also the sneak peek at Wonder Woman. So just wanted to throw that out there for those who didn't know. But I guess what are you hoping to see with the Suicide Squad trailer and Wonder Woman?
Well,
and disclaimer, I do think that the trailer for Wonder Woman, or whatever, I think the sneak peek for Wonder Woman is a bad idea, actually. Because if Batman vs. Superman don't work, ain't nobody going to give two shits about Wonder Woman. So,
yeah. Exactly.
I think it could be, it sounds like a premature reaction, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But either way, what are you hoping to see from these two sneak peeks?
I mean, with Wonder Woman, sorry y'all, it's Joe in the background. He's playing a game. For me, with Wonder Woman, I'd actually just want to see her in combat. I don't want her having any dialogue. I want to see her like fighting something just not Doomsday related, but like in combat, or maybe like training on the side or doing something. I think that would be something that would be okay with me, because it's not anything substantial, but it's enough to get my attention, and it would be attention given for the females out there that want to see Wonder Woman really do well, as far as a character. Now, Suicide Squad, I don't know if you know, they've already showed or wrote somewhere that it might have already been leaked, the description of the actual trailer. I don't know if you read that or not, but I read it, and if it's real, oh my gosh, like, I mean, I don't know if I should say anything. All I know is they were talking about the potential of them showing how literally Harley Quinn was actually birthed, like from the ground up.
Sure.
As well as like a lot of sequences as Jared Leto's Joker that are going to be insane, as well as some sequences with Batman. So I think that I don't want them to do too much with that. I'd rather just them showcase like just how bad these actual villains are. I think that for their trailer, they should show what are their rap sheets. You know what I'm saying? Like, who have they killed? Like, how did they get in this situation? Like, I think the perfect montage would be of having them how they got busted, and then stopping it at that point of like, okay, there must be something more evil than them, as well as Enchantress, or not Enchantress, but what is her name? Is it Enchantress? I guess it is.
I think she's been played by Cara Delevingne or whatever the hell her name is.
Yeah.
Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Her character is so strong that it could be that the Joker might be manipulating her for her power, or somebody is. So I want to really see them showcase just a tidbit of how powerful she really is. If they do it right, then I'm down for it.
I think since we're at the end of the show here, I think my short thoughts would be that, first off, I don't care if the Wonder Woman teaser is 14 seconds of footage. Okay, I do not want to see. Don't have me waiting around just for a voiceover with no imagery and a logo and a release date. Don't do that shit. Okay. Again, I don't care if it's 14 seconds. I want to see some live footage. I want to hear and see Gal Gadot talking. Okay. I want to hear her say at least a sentence, motherfucker. and I want to see a sliver of acting. I want to see a sliver of those two things: her talking and her acting. All right, that's what I want to see. All right, period. Because if you do that, shit, that footage will explode, son. As far as because I have my doubts about that. Beautiful woman though.
Yeah.
Visually, I think she's a great choice. But as far as Suicide Squad goes, make it Joker and Harley Quinn centric, okay? And maybe add a little bit of sliver of Batman in there to make people go, oh, I don't know what this movie is, but Batman's in it. Like Affleck's Batman's in it, so I should pay attention. Maybe show a little bit of Batman, but make it very Harley Quinn, Joker centric, because that's what we want to see. All right, damn it. But that's my main hopes for the Suicide Squad trailer coming and this sneak peek for Wonder Woman coming on January 19th. But yeah, man. Any final thoughts before we close out?
Yeah, I just want to let y'all know I apologize if y'all see me like turning my head this way at my TV. It's because I've been playing Destiny. I've been working with my clan. I haven't worked with them in a minute, and I wanted to make sure I was there and devoted to the craft. No, I'm just playing. But no, I'm excited for all these different things. I mean, I think with Daredevil, I'm the most excited to see the second season. I just cannot wait.
Sure.
And then I appreciate y'all for y'all's love. My channel's name is JVS. You can go to youtube.com/SEL0320. We talk reactions, reviews, anything. And yeah, thanks everybody for the support in any way.
Yeah. And thanks, guys, for tuning in. We're going to be trying to do this, whether it's me solo or it's me and him or it's me, him, and a group of people. This movie news segment, we're going to be trying to keep it daily or every other day, or at the very least like Monday through Friday, because there's just movie news popping out all over the damn place all the time. So, and I always want to talk about it, so here we are. But that's it for tonight's segment, and we're closing out, son. Clock out. Wow.